Are you thinking about making a big move, maybe trading in the hustle and bustle of New Jersey for the laid back charm of South Carolina? Or maybe you're just curious about how life really compares between these two very different states? Well, in today's video, I'm going to break down a ton of differences between living in South Carolina and living in New Jersey, and we're going to explore it all. So come with me. All right, if you're wondering who I am and why would you listen to me in the first place, who is this guy talking on YouTube? My name is Dave Broom. I'm a licensed realtor in the Charleston, South Carolina and surrounding areas. My wife and I and our 4 kids moved down from 3 kids at the time. Hank, our 4th kid, was born down here, but we were living in Buffalo, New York for 35 plus years. Sick of living in New York, had a family up there, didn't like the weather, didn't like some of the politics, didn't like not being able to afford a house. So we explored moving to a different state, and we came across Charleston. I had officiated my cousin's wedding down here. He got married down here. We really liked Charleston. Then we expanded and found Somerville. We liked the Nexton area. We live in Cane Bay right now. We really like living in Cane Bay. But I do these videos to inform people, to show them that if you don't like the state you're living in, you can make the move. It is nerve-wracking. It is exciting. It is a big change, but you can do it. If you don't like the state you're living in, you have a family, or you're looking to retire in a different state, you can make the move and really like moving to a different state. And I'm living proof of that. I lived in Buffalo, New York for 35 plus years. We had family there. We didn't really like the weather, didn't like living there, didn't like having to live in a smaller house because the property taxes were extremely high. So we ended up taking the plunge, making the change, and moving down to Somerville, South Carolina, and absolutely love this. So I'm passionate about helping other people like you coming across this video learn that you can do it. You can move, you can find a different place to live, and maybe that is Somerville, South Carolina. And this video in specific, we're looking at the differences between New Jersey and South Carolina and seeing what the cost of living differences, tax differences, and a lot of the weather differences in the two states. But if you do get value from this video, make sure that you like the video, you subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notification bell so that you know when new videos are hitting the channel and you can come check them out. And to be honest with you, my team and I are getting calls, texts, emails almost every single day from people like myself and my family over 3 years ago now, and you coming across this video, that are just exploring. They don't like the state they're living in anymore. Maybe they're 3 days out from moving, 3 months out from moving, 3 years out from moving, but they end up reaching out. They give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. They do this days, nights, weekends, and then we usually set up a phone call, and they end up traveling down, seeing the area, and a lot of people end up buying and loving it down here. So if that's you, you can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Days, nights, weekends, I'm very responsive to text messages. Emails take me a little bit longer, but I will check them and get back to you. And then we usually just set up a call and go from there. Like I said, 3 days, 3 months, 3 years out from moving. It's never too early, never too late to start the process of seeing if this could be an area that you would like to live. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'm also on TikTok at Dave Broom Realtor. I take a lot of these videos and clip them down, and a lot of people, it's very responsive on TikTok as well. So you can also find me on TikTok and message me. I love helping people. I'm passionate about helping people get out of the state that they don't like anymore. A lot of them, they were born there and they just live there because that's what everyone else did. But if you are sick of it, why don't we explore different options? So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. But let's go on to the differences in New Jersey and living in South Carolina, especially Somerville, South Carolina, Charleston, and the surrounding areas. Let's start with one of the biggest deciding factors, which is cost of living. In general, South Carolina is significantly more affordable than New Jersey. You got housing prices, you got property taxes, and you have everyday expenses like groceries and gas are all lower in South Carolina. But let's dig a little deeper. In South Carolina, the median home price sits well below the national average, while in New Jersey, homes can cost hundreds of thousands more, especially in the northern part of the state near New York City, where it's extremely expensive. Property taxes are another huge difference. South Carolina has some of the lowest property taxes in the nation, while New Jersey actually has the highest. So that's a huge disparity. That means even if you own a modest home in New Jersey, you could be paying tens of thousands each year in property taxes, compared to a fraction of that in South Carolina. Utilities can be a little higher in South Carolina due to the air conditioning because it is hotter here. But overall, your wallet is going to thank you if you're living in the Palmetto State. So if affordability is high on your list, which most people it is, South Carolina definitely wins this round against New Jersey because you got the median home price. I like to talk about Somerville a lot because Somerville is a nice little hidden gem area that is also still close to Charleston, median home price in Somerville is 400,000, and you're still pretty close to the Charleston area, close to the beaches. 400,000 is much less than Charleston, and it's much less than the New Jersey area as well. So cost of living, and then the property taxes. I was blown away at how cheap the property taxes are in South Carolina. We have almost a 2,800 square foot house, and we pay we pay around $2,500 a year in taxes, where in New Jersey I've heard it's $12,000 plus in most areas, especially as you get closer to New York City. So affordability, median home price, and property taxes, South Carolina has New Jersey beat big time. All right, next big issue is definitely the weather, because it's where people really notice a huge difference. New Jersey has 4 distinct seasons. You'll get cold, snowy winters, beautiful springs, hot summers, and colorful falls. If you love that seasonal change, New Jersey definitely delivers. It's definitely like Buffalo. South Carolina, on the other hand, is much warmer and more humid. Winters are generally mild. Snow is very rare, especially in the low country near Charleston area and Hilton Head. Summers are long, hot, and humid, with temperatures often reaching into the 90s. But one thing to note, South Carolina does get hurricane season, while New Jersey is more likely to experience occasional northeastern or winter storms. So you get the winter storms in New Jersey. You do get some hurricanes in South Carolina. I'll touch on that more in a minute. But if you're tired of shoveling snow, South Carolina might feel like a dream. But if you love crisp autumns and a true winter, New Jersey has that seasonal charm. So I grew up in Buffalo, where you did get the 4 seasons. You got very cold winters. You got the fall where the leaves change, and then you have the spring where it gets warmer, and then the summers were pretty nice. But I could not stand the springs because it would get warm and then cold again, warm, cold, warm, cold. In South Carolina, you don't get that. It starts getting warm, and the second half of February you can get warm. March is gorgeous, April is gorgeous, May is gorgeous. So it's much different in the fall and in the spring. You don't get that up and down what you get in New Jersey and in Buffalo, New York. Touching upon the hurricanes, we do get hurricanes in South Carolina. We've been through 4, I think, right now, being down here 3 years. There is risk involved. There's risk involved, but like I said, when you live in Somerville, you are far enough away from the coast where you don't get the surge and the damage of the flooding as much. In Cane Bay, we're not in a flood zone. We had a bad hurricane last year, and where it's rained for like 2 days straight, basically, and a lot of the backyards flooded, but not a lot of the houses in the Cane Bay area. I think 2 houses out of 10,000 plus houses got a little bit of water in their garage. So it's a little bit different in the Somerville area than right by Charleston or the Mount Pleasant area. But there is still the hurricane threat. But the weather overall is gorgeous. You can go to the beach. We've been on the beach Christmas Eve, and it's just, you can always get outside. The difference is you can always get outside in South Carolina, even in the summer. You can get outside. If you're not outside between like 12 and 2, it's not too bad. You're by water a lot. There's pools in a lot of the neighborhoods. You're by the ocean, so there's a lot of ways to cool down, and you don't get that cold. You don't get that cloudiness. You get probably over 100 more sunny days here than New Jersey, and it's just a gorgeous place to live because of the weather and outside, active, outdoor activities. It's good for your overall health because you're getting that sunshine and vitamin D. You're also getting outside and moving a lot more than you do in the northern states. All right, next major difference is taxes. As I mentioned earlier, property taxes in South Carolina are very low compared to New Jersey. Income taxes, both states have them, but New Jersey's rates are generally a little bit higher, especially for higher income earners. So if you make more money, you're taxed more in New Jersey. You got sales tax though. South Carolina statewide sales tax is 6%, but counties can add to that, while New Jersey's is around 6.6%, so not a huge difference, but it is worth noting at least. But overall, if you're looking to save on taxes, South Carolina is far more friendly to your budget because of the property taxes, especially if your house gets up into the 400, 500,000 and above in the price. Taxes in New Jersey can become astronomical, whereas in South Carolina, they don't rise that as significantly. Like I said, we have a 2,800 square foot house and tax $2,500 a year. It's usually around anywhere from $2,000 to 4,000, maybe get into 5,000 once in a while, depending on the price of the house and what county you're in. But you're saving significantly. You could be saving tens of thousands of dollars if you live in New Jersey in certain areas, especially near New York City. So the tax difference is huge because of the property taxes. All right, next up is the lifestyle and culture, because the feel of these two states is extremely different when it comes to lifestyle and culture. New Jersey has a fast-paced, energetic vibe, especially in the north. You're close to New York City and Philadelphia, so there's always something happening. You can go to both of these places as well. The state has fantastic diversity, incredible food. I mean, you can't beat a New Jersey diner or even a New Jersey pizza shop, and access to big city opportunities. So fast-paced, close to major cities. South Carolina, on the other hand, has a slower, more relaxed pace. It's known for southern hospitality, historic towns, beautiful beaches, and that easygoing coastal lifestyle. So the lifestyles are different. Charleston, for example, combines rich history with modern amenities, while places like Greenville bring in arts, culture, and a growing job market. So you got those two cities. Food culture is also very different in New Jersey. You've got bagels, Italian food, and deli sandwiches. In South Carolina, you'll find barbecue, low country seafood boils, and southern comfort food. So opposite ends of the spectrum. So if it comes down to what kind of lifestyle you're looking for, fast-paced, urban, or relaxed and southern, it depends on which state you would like. But saying that, if you live in the Somerville area, you live by Charleston. Yes, it's laid back, it's low country, but you also get a ton of culture, you got to get a ton of history, and there's a lot of things happening. There's new restaurants coming in all the time. My wife and I go on date nights all the time down to Charleston. We try to go once a week because there's so many new places coming in, so many new places to try. We like to go down. We're only 30 to 45 minutes depending on the traffic to get down there, and you enjoy a great meal and you walk around the city and get some of the history and some of the charm. So it gets stereotyped as, South Carolina gets stereotyped as the super low laid back, which it is. It does have the laid back lifestyle, the southern hospitality, but you also get a lot of the culture down in the Charleston area, which is a very unique city. All right, next up is the job markets in New Jersey versus South Carolina. New Jersey offers proximity to major cities like New York and Philadelphia again, which opens up huge career opportunities in finance, healthcare, tech, and more. Salaries also tend to be higher, but that's because cost of living is also higher and houses are higher. Where South Carolina's economy is growing quickly with jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, tech, and especially tourism. While salaries are lower than New Jersey, the cost of living more than makes up for it. So there is a cost of living disparity that makes up for a lot of the salaries. But so if you're career driven and want access to big city opportunities, New Jersey might give you that edge. But if you're looking for a lower cost of living and a more balanced lifestyle, South Carolina delivers. We also in South Carolina, especially in the Somerville area, have Volvo, major manufacturing plant of Volvo up very close to the Somerville area and close to Charleston. And then we also have Boeing. And there's a lot, like I was saying, there's tourism and there's a lot that goes into that. There's also always need for teachers. There's a lot of healthcare jobs down here because they're bringing new hospitals. With the growing area comes new hospitals, new nursing and doctor jobs and everything that goes into healthcare. So there's a lot of jobs coming to the area, a lot of people coming to the area, a lot of jobs coming to the area. And you don't have to make as much here because the cost of housing is much less, the property taxes are much less, and the overall cost of living is much less. All right, last but certainly not least is quality of life and outdoor living. One thing people rave about in South Carolina is the outdoor lifestyle. With beaches, golf courses, lakes, and warm weather almost year round, it's easy to stay active outside, like I was saying earlier. You're always outside and active. New Jersey also has great outdoor options. Don't forget, it's called the Garden State for a reason. But there are mountains for hiking, the famous Jersey Shore, plenty of state parks, but the colder winters do limit outdoor activities for part of the year. You're stuck inside a lot of the year. This is part of the reason we left New York. So if year-round outdoor living is important to you, South Carolina is very tough to beat. So one of the biggest reasons we left New York is being stuck inside in the winters all the time. Because our kids didn't like the cold weather. I don't really blame them. I don't like it when it's under 60 degrees now that we've been down here for over 3 years now. And it's hard to get outside. It's hard to tell them to get outside when it's under 30 degrees for a lot of months, and even under 50 for 6 months out of the year. come down to South Carolina and it's above 60 for most of the year. Easy to get outside, easy to have them get out on the trampoline, go in the HOA space, take them to the beach, take them on the golf cart. I didn't even touch upon the golf cart lifestyle down here. Driving golf carts around because the weather's so nice. Souped up carts with lithium batteries and everything. It's just a different lifestyle down here. You get a lot of the greenery and beaches mixed together. There's a lot of forest and beaches, so it's really cool combination of both. You got the Spanish moss off the trees. You have just great trees down here, great outdoor activities. You get outside all the time. It's much different. But that leads me into, if you don't like the state you're living in, maybe you're living in New Jersey and you're sick of living in New Jersey for the high property taxes, the weather, the cost of living up there, for whatever reason. Maybe it's the politics as well. You're just sick of them being told what to do by the government is more and more. And you're trying to explore a different state, and you're coming across South Carolina. You're coming across my video, moving from Buffalo, which is similar to New Jersey besides New York City. We didn't live by New York City, but and you're looking to explore a different state like South Carolina and seeing what are the benefits of living in South Carolina. You got the weather, golf cart lifestyle, lower property taxes, outdoor activities, things to do, 100+ more days of sunshine down here, getting outside. I could just go on and on and on, but feel free to reach out. I love helping people realize maybe my state does stink. Maybe I don't have to live here the rest of my life. Maybe other people have gotten out of the states that they don't like New York or New Jersey, and they move to a state that they do like South Carolina. I'm living proof that you can do it. I'm living proof that you can do it and love it with a family or retire. I've helped countless people retire down here. I love helping people get out of the state, improve their quality, get out of a state they don't like, improve their quality of life, get outside all the time, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the golf cart communities, enjoy outdoor activities, enjoy being able to afford a bigger house because of lower property taxes. And it's just a great job because of that. I get to help people come to realization, maybe I can move. Maybe I don't have to stay here just because everyone else stays here and don't realize how bad it is living here. And maybe I can move to a state that I do like South Carolina, and get over the fear, get over the comfort. Once you get through that, it's amazing. And you end up moving down here and realizing I should have done this 10 years ago. So feel free to reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, whether you're 3 days, 3 months, 3 years out from moving. I love to help people. No pressure conversation. I'm not going to push you. I'm just going to give you the facts and let you make the decision yourself. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Look me up on TikTok at Dave Broom Realtor, and I look forward to your call or text and getting to know you and seeing if I can help you out. And keep it real, y'all.